Why? Why are you?
Listen, why am I blurry?
No,
What?
listen. We have switched. We have played. We've been moving around,
I've cleaned the
and she's
camera.
blurry. We've cleaned the camera a couple of times. It's not the camera. If I listen, let's just get up and move spots and watch what happens. I'll walk around. You going that way?
Yeah, but
Here. Oh, now I'm blurry. So it's something with the camera.
yeah, seriously? I'm gonna clean it one more time.
Go ahead. Okay, that's okay. Now it's just the laptop camera, Jamie. So it's something. I'm totally fine being blurry.
No, you can be blurry.
No. I am totally fine being blurry. I'm just blurry. Longhorn Lester's blurry.
How weird is that?
So here's what's happening. First of all, we're not officially live yet.
You're seeing it live.
You're seeing us live, but we're not officially live. This does not count against us.
So it's the first time we've ever used the computer, and we're learning that the camera is not meant to be probably as far away as we have it.
No, I know. I figured out what it is. The camera's trying to focus on text, and it's not allowing it to focus on you and I.
So you want to take that down?
No.
You just want to be blurry?
I'm going to be blurry. I'm just going to be blurry today.
I feel like I should be blurry because then no one sees my wrinkles.
No. Look, I have a pimple I'm trying to hide, so I am totally fine being blurry. As a matter of fact, the further I get, the blurrier I am. Look, I look pretty good as a blur. I actually look a little bit better as a blur.
That's why I was like, oh, I'll take the blur. I like the blur.
No, blur. Hey, get it. Today they blurred me out. If we could go back and edit this, we could call it the blurred out Lester edition. I would love that. We have to be able to edit this somehow. It says edit right there, Jamie. Click it and see what happens. I hope we don't lose you.
If we do, we'll be right back.
If we lose you, we'll be right back. Yes, live from my laptop, and then on the description, put out the blurred out Lester edition.
It moves.
I don't. That's funny. Now I wonder if we're still live while we're editing.
I don't know.
Or if it gave everyone a pause. That's funny, Jamie. Okay.
Wow.
Now go save on that.
We have no idea what we're doing.
Guys, we really don't. But
we're old and we usually use our phones because that's what we know how to do. And
so the reason that we've used the phones for so long is because it was just what, we always had available. My other laptop was an Android, and it was older. A PC, and it was older. And so Jamie got me the laptop for Christmas. I've used it from the counter quite a bit, but I've never done anything with the microphone or the camera. So
today was a trial.
We've had such an issue lately with echo. Just trying to figure it all out. We want to have a little bit better setup.
But there's no test mode. So like you can make a video somewhere, but you don't get to test the live, and the live platform is much different. So
well, I actually tried from our house, and it just sits there and says going live, spinning, going live, spinning.
Somebody says live. Go back to phones.
No, hey, seriously, I can do that. This is what I need from you. If we're gonna read, Jamie's gonna read every comment. And let's be honest, there's
not still plastic on the lens, I promise you.
We have a lot of things to discuss today. So I want to make sure that we get started at 3:00 officially, so we can also go from the phone with Facebook.
Yeah.
But we wanted to start YouTube a little bit early, but I need everybody who has access to comment to either say, stay,
go.
or phone. Stay or phone. Okay, so either we can stay here with the laptop.
I do not like the blur.
No, I can read every comment.
No, that's what somebody said. I was reading it, yeah.
Okay, I see tons of stays.
All right, we're staying.
We're staying right here, y'all. We're not leaving. Okay, you can stop now. You can stop. We get the picture. We totally understand. I see a few phones, and we will consider this for next time. But as of right now, since it's
Today was a trial.
Since it's almost 3:00 and who's that saying Lester looks better blurred? Listen, look, stay. I like the blurred out Lester. Stop it. I am very sensitive, okay? And I'm extremely sensitive right now.
Somebody says I keep rubbing my own eyes.
Okay, that's too
You
funny.
can swap places with me for real.
No, I am not going to swap with you. No, I will not swap with you. If it's going to be blurred, it's going to be me. We've already changed the title. It's the Blurred Out Lester edition, and I'm fine with that. And I think it may be my new thing. I may just go ahead and find me a filter, and every video I make, I'm just going to be the blurred out guy. I'll be blurred out, and I'm okay with that. Lester is blurred, and everyone needs to. We're gonna have to keep reminding the people that are just joining that Lester is blurred. It's the Lester blurred out edition.
They're gonna be like wiping their screen to see if their face touched their
screen.
Well,
no, that one lady was trying to clean her own eyes, and I feel horrible. She's like probably got her tissue, and she's like getting the eye drops going. All right, are you ready to go ahead and jump in and grab the YouTube people and get this thing? Facebook.
Yes, this makes my head get really big. I have to go off.
All right, we are going live on Facebook in a couple of seconds.
Facebook got the phone edition, so yeah.
I'm not blurry on Facebook.
No, just on YouTube.
So that's okay. Like I said, I am totally fine with that. We'll have to explain all this again. You know that once we get started over
Somebody
here.
Somebody called it the dreamy vision. I'm not real sure.
I'm okay with that. There you go. There you go. My glasses are clean. All right, Jamie, we are actually live on Facebook now. I see a couple of little hearts coming up. That means everyone loves you so much, or they love this big, beautiful backdrop behind us, which was gifted to us. Look, see it right there?
Yeah.
Every time we go live, this person asks to join. And I'm not able to allow anyone to join, guys. We don't really know how that works, but I've tried to join your live a couple of times. And so what I want you to do next time you start a live Tuesday, when I ask to join, let me and just see what happens.
I've never seen it pop up. So
it pops up whenever I ask. So you're going to get started and I'm going to ask to join.
Okay.
So
we'll
do that.
Are you going to open this up like the normal way?
I think we should start this thing. You ready to do it?
Ready.
All right. On 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Hey folks, Lester and Jamie here. And what's kind of funny about this is we've actually been live on YouTube. Which is I'm pointing down because today we have the craziest setup. We have Jamie, let me give everybody an idea of how our setup looks, okay? I'm going to take a picture.
Let me just say,
it's never going to work.
Okay.
This is, you can't see. I'm going to go to YouTube first. This is our setup. This is the most ridiculous and the most embarrassing thing you probably have seen in a very, very long time.
Okay. So it gets worse than that. Okay. So Lester only showed you the top half. This is like.
Oh, I'm not going to show you the bottom half.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you about it all though. So we have Jake's coffee table first, right? And then he has a stool, like a bench for his kitchen table. That sits on top of the coffee table. And then a package, because what else could you lift something else up with that holds the laptop? And then the phone with one of those ring things behind it for lighting.
So the phone is behind my laptop. So if you see us looking up and down, usually we look side to side. Yeah. YouTube, Facebook. Today we're doing Facebook, YouTube. And so I've also been talking to YouTube folks about trying to go live for the first time today from my laptop, which is not panning out too well. I actually love the fact that we can read every comment because on the phone, you can't see the comments.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
On the phone, I don't know why, but it pops up an occasional comment. Mm-hmm. On the computer, we're actually reading every single comment. So,
however, also on the computer, Lester's face is completely blurry.
Yeah. So consider yourself lucky.
Facebook.
No. Consider yourself lucky. YouTube. Yeah, you get the blurred out version of Lester. You guys are stuck with the actual HD definition, high definition Lester. Sorry about that. So it's not your glasses. It's not your vision. It is literally my computer, my laptop, and it's probably a cheap camera. Even though I thought it was a pretty nice computer. And we think that the reason I'm blurred out is because of the background. It's trying to focus on the background and it can't really find me. And that's fine. Listen, I have a secret. No, I'm sorry. I have a not so secret admirer that we need to discuss. We have to address this at some point. I have a not so secret admirer that we need to discuss. And I'm not trying to embarrass anybody because that is not what I do. I'm not into the whole shame game. I'm not. But there seems to be you know what they say, Jamie? The highest form of flattery is
Impersonation?
I think it's impersonation. When you try to impersonate someone, that is a really high form of flattery.
Yeah.
And so I can just say it's flattery. I'm very flattered that I have a not so secret admirer. It was pretty secret until Jamie just had to blast it across the internet, across the World Wide Web. Jamie had to point out a couple of details that there's a guy on the internet. He's on both Facebook and YouTube. His name just so happens to be, should I blur this out? He's Daniel Arms with Arms Family Homestead. If you don't already follow or check out his videos, do that. He's on Facebook and YouTube, and he has a bit of a thing for Lester. That's what I've determined.
Time out. Time out.
Hold on. Our live, we can set it's
Right.
our narrative here, Jamie. Our narrative.
Okay.
I'm going to reach around you. I'm not trying to get clear. I'm trying to get my drink.
So it might be that there's an admiration, but it goes both.
Okay.
There is a straight up bromance happening. Okay, like both ways, without doubt. Like I just want to sit down with Daniel's wife and have a cocktail together and just sort of point out the ways and really just have Lester and Daniel just sit and listen to all that we are witnessing just unveiled in front of us.
So I've been watching Arms Family Homestead for a while. And I know that our pages are different. You don't have to point that out. I totally get how our pages are different and how Daniel and I, can I just say characters in a book?
Yeah.
I love to refer to ourselves as like characters in a movie or characters in a show. And Daniel and I, our characters and the roles that we play are also very different.
Yeah.
But there are some obvious physical similarities.
Yeah.
Similarities that Jamie recently pointed out in a video. We've posted that now to both her YouTube, which is From Suits to Boots. And we've also put it on the I'm a Survivor Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes. So Daniel and I have talked, and we've laughed and we've joked. We've gotten Jason Smith at Cog Hill Farm in on it a little bit, and he's also given us his 2 cents worth. I think Daniel is embarrassed because he really thinks that he's not real sure who did what first. It's like you said, the chicken or the egg. Who did what first?
But I think that's what's funnier is that you both have lived very similar like days. I won't say lives because I don't know about his life before.
You do know that he retired and then I retired. You did not mention that in your video. Also know that he enjoys his side-by-side ATV. We also enjoy going on our ATV adventures. You didn't talk about that in your video. There were a few things. And so Jamie was making this as a kind of surprise laugh to me. She worked really hard one night on a video, and it's not uncommon around the house that I do a bath, and Jamie will sometimes get a bath as well if I saved enough hot water.
Yeah.
We have hot water issues where I will sometimes get in a bath so long that the water turns cold. So I'll let out about that much water and rerun some more hot. Yeah. And then, and the whole time I'm in there working on my phone, reading comments, I spend about an hour, maybe longer, in the bath if I can every night. And so poor Jamie, one night she wanted to work on some stuff. So I could hear her in there laughing and giggling, and I could kind of hear some sounds. So she was screen recording some videos, and I kept hearing Daniel's voice. Or at least I thought I did. I picked up on Daniel's voice anywhere. I hear it in my dreams. I'm kidding. I hope Daniel's not going to be like over there like at home.
Daniel's going to be like, block,
no, stop,
delete.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He's going to report me. Daniel's going to be one of those who's going to be pushing that report button. No, I'm joking. But so sure enough, listen, I was on the couch at some point and Jamie had switched roles. Now she was in the bath working on a video, same video because I kept hearing it.
It takes a long time, y'all.
I start watching the show that I love to fall asleep to is Oak Island. I love the Oak Island. If y'all know about that, the Treasures of Oak Island, because that is the most, it's entertaining, but it's also it can kind of lull you to sleep really quick. So I turned on Oak Island, and I'm sitting there hearing a little bit of Daniel from Jamie's phone, a little bit of Lester from Jamie's phone, a little bit of Oak Island, and I conk out. However, the next morning when I wake up and I go to YouTube and Jamie has released this video, man, did I laugh and did I laugh. And I went on my bus run, and I know I drove it. What do they call that? 10 Shades of Red. I was like just so embarrassed. I'm thinking, oh my God, it's so funny. All of the things that she found, the similarities amongst us. And she pointed all of those out in the video. A really neat video, probably my favorite Jamie video in a long time. I watch all of your videos. I watch every last one of them, and I comment on all of them, and I enjoy them all. But as far as the laughter, this one here really maybe it was about Daniel, maybe because it was about me. But
because they highlighted your bromance.
I don't care. Listen, I am secure enough in my masculinity to where I can admit, Jamie, some things. And yes, I have admitted that there's a few things that Daniel does that I kind of catch myself doing. Low key, I do. Come on, goats. And then but when I'm making a video, it's Lester style. I have to turn on the Lester. So it's, come on, littles. But when I'm just out by myself, come on, goats. But nobody comes when I call them that way.
Do you want to know something that's funny?
What? Whoa, no. What have you been doing? You've been doing something like Daniel?
No.
What?
But at the end of the video, when I'm doing my closure of the video, I try on both hats and I try to act like you. You were dead asleep on the couch, and I'm thinking to myself, like, he's gonna wake up and think that I am the creeperest of creep of sitting here practicing. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Like, that take took like 10 different shots. And I thought for sure that you were either going to have dreams about that scenario or that you were going to wake up and be like, are you FaceTiming Daniel?
Oh, that would have been horrible if I had dreamt that Jamie and Daniel's having some kind of their own little thing. I don't know, dream about that.
No. It was late. It was late. I was trying to wrap that up, and well, you know.
No, that was funny because the next morning when I was watching it, of course, you were asleep at that point. And I was wide awake, drinking my coffee, watching the videos of the day. And I realized that I never heard a word. And you were all around the house doing those little things. And I'm thinking, I was right behind her on the couch, and I never heard a word. So I was out.
Yes.
But a great video. If you have not seen that, what did you call that?
It says the biggest bromance on YouTube, or the biggest bromance on Facebook.
Yeah. So if you watch it on Jamie's YouTube, it's called The Biggest Bromance on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you watch it on Facebook, she calls it The Biggest Bromance on Facebook. Yeah. And it was cute because Daniel actually shared that on his Facebook page. And I don't know what his take on the whole thing was, but I'm sure he got a laugh, or he would not have shared it.
I think he laughed.
And I'm pretty sure that he has his own narrative. And so at some point, he'll probably let everyone know that, man, this guy Lester's creeping on me. He's like following me around, copying my style, doing this and doing that. There is one thing, though, that I bet you Daniel does not have. And if he did, I would know it. There's a package right there. Would you hand me that first package? Guys, listen to me. I sort of know what's inside this because Shirtless Jake at Shirtless Jake's Homestead got a message. A message that says, hey, it was to Jake. And it said, listen, there's a package coming for Lester. Please make sure he opens it on the live. And so sure enough, Jake goes down. He gets the packages. He finds the one that she's talking about, and he hands it to me. And Jamie and I have been feeling this thing for a while.
Y'all, I'm terrified because I think I know what it is.
I know what it is because I can feel it.
And if it is what it is,
Well, this is the thing, Jamie.
If
it is what we think and that we almost know that it is, Daniel Arms Family Homestead, if you even think about it, bro, then we're going to know.
I don't think we have to worry about that.
Then we're going to know. Oh, my God. No, it is, Jamie. I never thought these were real. I thought they were pretend. Look. Oh, no, Jamie, open your eyes and look. Oh, I hope these are my size. They are already set into 4-wheel drive mode. So I know that any real farmer Daniel, will appreciate this. You're not going to be able to put it into a little sport mode.
Why?
Or no, this is a sport mode. I call it the 4-wheel drive mode.
Why?
Jamie, the biggest thing is this going to go on my foot? I wear a size 12. I don't know if this person knows what my size is. I don't know how they would know my size unless they ask Jake my size.
Yeah.
Is it a 12?
Yeah.
I am excited about putting these on. The unfortunate thing is I don't think you'll be able to see me.
No, because we're not touching these cameras.
We can't touch our cameras right now. That would be foolish.
You're going to have to wait for a video of Lester in this.
Yeah, so I promise you.
He's going to wear shorts with him because you can't. you can't.
I'm not wearing.
Yes, you are.
No, you're not wearing shorts with these. First of all, these are very fleecy on the inside. So this is made for cooler temperatures. And I like this because my feet are not going to go every time I take a step from sweat. That's awesome. So the bad thing, hold the Croc boots for a moment. There was nothing inside. Yes, there is. Oh my God, yes, there is. All right, so here's this. Lester, enjoy your gift. I'm praying for you all daily. I love your animals and videos. Keep it up. You and Jamie are wonderful. Okay, and then she says, pray for her own counseling ministry here in Kentucky. All right, Sheila, I will do that. I do hope that you and your counseling ministry are.
Sheila.
No, Sheila, thank you. I appreciate this. Look, Jamie, this is awesome. I've seen these people when we talk about Crocs, which both Daniel and I do wear, and Daniel has for a while, supposedly, camouflage Crocs. That's when you never see them. People have joked and commented that next he'll be wearing Croc boots. And then some people will actually send a picture, like in an email, of Croc boots. I didn't think they really existed. I thought it was a joke, like a Croc. We'll have a little fun and Photoshop some Crocs into some boots. But no, they do exist. And now I have a pair, and I will be wearing these.
With shorts.
I'm not wearing them with shorts, but I will wear them with other things.
I bet y'all right now, mark my word, that Lester Morrow is seen in those and shorts at some point in time.
Okay, listen, there was an era when almost all women, this may have been a few years back, so I don't know exactly the years, but they all had furry boots and they wore them with shorts. Think about it, ladies. You all had the furry boots.
They were not Crocs.
No, they weren't Crocs, but they were furry boots. And so they wore them with shorts. I will not be wearing those with shorts unless it looks good. I don't think I would look good with those in shorts. But anywho, so I do have a pair of shorts. I'm sorry. I have a pair of Crocs boots. Croc boots or Crocs boots?
Are they called Croots?
No, they're called Crocs.
Croc boots?
With an S, but it's boots. So anywho, I got to move on from there. I have to move on from there. It's nice, Daniel. I appreciate it. I am completely content in my relationship right now, but I appreciate the gestures. Okay. All right. Can we move on from this secret yet not so secret admirer?
We can move on.
Okay. Let's talk about my son, Ellie. Can we talk about Ellie?
Yeah, let's talk about Ellie.
Now, I already talked about it a little bit on Friday. Can you mention what we're about to talk about?
So Ellie messaged us Thursday night and said to me, he's like, "Are y'all home?" And I was like, "Yes." Is everything, like, you go into mom mode? Is everything okay? Is something wrong? What do you need? He was like, I just want to tell y'all something. And then all of a sudden I heard Lester in the next room calling out, like dialing on speakerphone and going, "I'm calling Ellie, pay attention." I was like, okay. And that is when Ellie told us that he was going to propose to Megan. And he did. And he made a video.
Ellie made a proposal video.
Yeah.
And so that's on his everything. I think I saw it on his Instagram.
Oh, did you?
But it's also on his YouTube, on his Facebook. I think the Sanctuary Tales promoted it or said something about it. So if you've not already seen it, Ellie, which is Flip Flop Farmer, has proposed to Megan, his girlfriend, for a while now. And she accepted. They have a really neat little proposal video. I could see Ellie's nervousness in his video. Yeah. Now, Ellie did a really neat job in his video. What he always does. So Megan is into crafts. Megan is very crafty. She likes to create things. And so what she's been into lately, And I don't want to give away the whole video, but what Megan has been into lately is clay. Megan has been using clay to create objects, especially trinkets like jewelry. Yeah, like earrings and stuff like that. And so it's very commonplace for Megan to come home from school and to sit down and unwind. She starts doing her craft.
Yeah.
So Ellie has come down and sat down beside her many times. He's not sure what he's doing, but
he's there.
As a good boyfriend, he sits beside her, or as a good fiance
now.
He sits beside her and they talk as she tinkers around with her clay. I'm giving away the whole video.
I know. I'm like, boy, this went way further than we thought it would.
I hope y'all will go watch it still because it's cute. And I hope that you have a tissue because I did when I first started watching it. I'm like, I'm totally manned up and I'm proud of my son, but I'm not one to get mushy over proposal videos. I'm not one to watch those kind of videos usually. And next thing I know, I'm not going to tell you what, but Megan said something, Ellie said something, Megan said something. And next thing I know, I have just the tears are rolling and I don't know why. Maybe because he's my son. I'm very proud of him. It was just really, really neat. So if you've not seen that video, but I could see Ellie's nervousness.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say this part. Ellie has often put his phone down to video Megan making or creating objects. So it was not uncommon to have the camera set up. Megan thought Ellie was doing a usual Ellie video. Well, he was. But the whole time he had planned to propose to her during that video. So as Ellie's sitting there and as the time's going by, he's like hesitant. Yeah. And he's not really talking. And a couple of times she looked at him like, are you okay? She tickled his hair.
Yeah, she noticed that he was having a moment.
And Ellie would look at the camera and it's like he was like, really? Like I guess you doubt yourself.
I just think it was genuine and just it was raw emotion and it was beautiful. And we love Megan. We are so happy and blessed that they have found each other, and we love hanging out with Megan and Ellie and Megan together, and just we're really excited for that. So
we are. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So something else, a little housekeeping first. We're going to talk about my Uncle Raleigh just for a moment. I did mention a few things on Friday, and I know a lot of folks can't watch on Fridays, or you choose not to watch me by myself. You only come for the Jamie part or whatever. But my Uncle Raleigh is in the hospital. He is, Joanne sent me a text yesterday and she said that she's excited because he is responding to some of the physical therapy. Now, I'm not in the medical field. I'm not sure of anything of how the process or procedure goes, but I do know that Joanne is hopeful that we can get my Uncle Raleigh well enough to come home. Yeah. And when I say to come home, it's not really to come home to get back to life the way he was. I don't think we'll ever be there again.
I think the term you can use is come home to rest.
So we're just going to say my Uncle Raleigh wants to come home to rest. Yeah. I love that saying. That's beautiful. And I'm sure that everyone knows what I mean by that. My Uncle Raleigh, and they think that he's holding on to do that. Of course, he can't communicate and things that he can't tell you what he wants. A lot of folks are typing in hospice care. I guess that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Hospice is coming home to rest. Yeah. Okay. And so I think that, and everyone, and this is nothing secret. The family has discussed this. Mm-hmm. And I think probably all of us, I would think that everybody, I mean us, but also all of you would probably also prefer to be home to rest instead of in a busy hospital room with people that you don't know, strangers. Of course, now with COVID, what's so difficult is Joanne's the only one allowed inside. So
think about 2 years ago, though, there were no visitors at all.
Oh, that's true.
So that's an improvement from where things were.
So there's a really strict COVID protocol. And so where he's at right now, the kids can't go in. And so Joanne is the only one who's able to go in and visit with him. But I don't know exactly what Kenny was trying to say, but is there a rule where once you're in, you can't leave and come back? You know about this?
You probably only get one entrance, and you probably have to do certain things to go in. Like you probably have to have your temperature tested and be registered and all kinds of things. And it's really complicated right now. Our hospital system is really overrun, and a lot of people that work at the hospitals are very sick as well. So they're being very cautious, and it's not to burden people or to inconvenience people, and it's not to take away the human nature to want to be there with your loved ones, but there's just a lot going on in everywhere, basically. Which is all more the reason he wants to come home.
He wants to come home. And so listen, so there's been a few discussions about this, and there's some of you guys who saw my video this morning where we talked about Pig Trudy and what she did to my well. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about that yet. We'll get there. But you've noticed there's a house in the background. Mm-hmm. There's a house in the background that you've never seen before. And there is, of course, you know me, there's a video in the process, but I'm trying to document step by step to make a full-length video out of it. But my Aunt Joanne has ordered, and it was delivered, a smaller home, one that has been built and designed so that they can provide Uncle Raleigh an easier access from room to the bathroom, with a walk-in shower.
Yeah, it's an accessible home, so it makes it convenient for wheelchair and to have wide enough halls to turn around in. It's one level, and that's a huge upgrade. For Lester always says that they live in a 3-story home, but it is actually a tri-level home, so it is 3 different levels. But for those people who are like, a 3-story home, we've never seen that on the farm. I saw a lot of comments about that.
I don't know what I'm saying half the time.
But it's a 3 level. So each level has 4 steps on it, and you have to turn around and go up another. So it is very challenging to navigate anyone because each level has different things on it. You don't have a bathroom on the same floor as the bedroom. You don't have it on the same floor as the kitchen.
No, they're all on different levels. Yeah. And so think about that when you're young and you can hop up and down stairs. That would have been a really neat house for a young couple.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, it's harder to navigate.
Sooner or later, your partner is going to have to put you in the bucket of the tractor and put you above the
whatever
steps.
Level you want to go to. And so Joanne has struggled mightily with my Uncle Raleigh for a while. And so the house has been set up. It's been leveled. It's been anchored down, as they call it. And now Joanne and Raleigh's kids have been working together to build them a ramp. They wanted to build a ramp. Mm-hmm. And so as soon as that ramp is ready, they have the lights hooked up, septic is hooked up. And y'all better still watch my video when I make my video about this. But I talked to Joanne. She walked over. And she's just so excited, and they are working at a really fast pace. They're really pushing it to get this house and not ready, so that the day that the hospital says that they'll release my Uncle Raleigh to come home to rest, then they're going to release him, bring him home, and from there, Joanne will do the rest with family around and everything else.
So I want to talk about one more thing that's in the background. It's not on the list. Sorry. So a lot of people are like, "What's up with the white bus?"
People are asking about that.
People thought it was everything. So the white bus does not belong to us. Lester was kind enough to say yes whenever the pastor from the church in front of us asked if they could park it there. The white bus actually was broken into. And
along with everything else. That poor church.
Yes. They had their, what is it called? Their catalytic
converter
stolen out of their church bus. And crazy thing is, in the neighborhood, apparently that was a theme for a while. They've caught the people that have been stealing these. I didn't even tell you this. I read it yesterday in the news. It was a male-female partnership. And when they opened up their van, there were thousands of catalytic converters. I guess there's something in there that makes them, like, you can turn them in for money or something.
I don't know.
That. I don't know anything about cars. Nothing about cars.
So we've talked about this a while, but across the street from our house, everyone knows that was forced. That was thick, deep woods for the longest time. And after Harvey, a developer, bought all of that, and man, it has been just changing ever since. And so something else that's been going on in the neighborhood, not here, but in the neighborhood, is that somebody has also, or probably crews have been going around, and for all the construction equipment, taking off their batteries, taking off components that they can resell for money at pawn shops or wherever else. Yeah. And so the church has been broken into a couple of times. They took, that off of their van. And so the pastor let me know, and I says, well, hey, bring it to the house and park it here. And when y'all need it to go pick up your kids on those particular mornings or those church days, come up and get it. And so we have parked it there behind the house, and it's been in several videos. And but it's not ours. We we do not need a minibus.
There are people saying that this is happening all over the world. So that's awful. It's sad to me that that's the thing to do. awful.
Yeah, well, it's cheap and it's easy money. And I understand that people have to survive. I understand that we live in a world where not everyone has a job or can get a job or is able to work, or if a company or a business is shut down. And I don't really know how it feels to have hungry children. But as a man and as a woman, you ever see your kids going hungry or going without? And I bet you would probably do whatever you had to do to feed them. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to go buy and steal.
No.
Obviously,
I think there's a lot of other things that you can do.
I do too.
But
I would, well, you know what I almost said? I'm not even going to say it. Let's move on from there. But the bus is not ours. We do not need a minibus. We have trailers.
Lester's not like practicing routes in the driveway or anything like that.
No.
No.
What's next on my list? We have two things on the list: weather and well. And I don't know which one should come first, but I'm just going to say that because of the cold weather, we had a little piglet who's not really so little. I shouldn't say that.
I'm like, piglet?
I'm trying to be nice to her. The fatty, that little fatty. Does that sound better? That little fat ass. That little fat ass pig, Trudy. That little girl. Oh, I love her so much, but she made me so mad yesterday. We've been trying to keep the well, the pump, the pipes ice-free. And if lo and behold, Pig Trudy doesn't decide yesterday that, you know what, that well house would probably be warmer than that hay barn. And so whereas everyone else is content to bury themselves into the hay, she wants to go into the well house to try to get up to the heat lamp to get warm. And so we have a door that opens out. She uses her little behind to push that door open or in. And in the process, she just busted and broke apart all kinds of pipes. And man, there was water shooting all over the place. The well was running crazy. And Pig Trudy got herself trapped in there. So once she went inside and saw that it's warm, but it's wet, and there's water gushing all over, then she began to freak out. Yes. And when I say freak out, it was like, if you ever watched any scary movies with demons and possessions, that's how it sounded like there was someone being possessed inside that little well room.
Fact.
So then she had to break back out. And in the process, she tore a lot of stuff up. That video was on this morning on Facebook. And thank you for all of your love. However, there were so many people who said, you know what, as bad as I feel for you, Lester, that was the funniest video I've ever seen. What do they call it? Isn't that called like an oxymoron or something? Or no? Or is that just funny? I'm laughing my ass off, but I feel bad for you. Who does that? Who can sit there and feel bad for somebody yet laugh their head off?
All I know is from across the path, I'm like doing oatmeal and scooping and everything, and I hear, Jamie!
Oh, I was mad.
And he's like, Trudy's in the well. And I'm like, I didn't do it. I didn't
let her
in.
I sounded possessed, probably.
Yes.
You're like,
and I'm like, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It wasn't, whatever. I didn't move the bucket. And he's like, I didn't say it. I like just losing it. Which, okay, for everybody who's like, why are you gonna yell? In moments
why
like
do you
that,
have to yell?
In moments,
people, please, come on.
You can't do that.
All right, I'm putting
in moments like that, where you know that the water is running everywhere and that the well is like your source. Thank God we have another, but still it's a big part of the farm.
No, it's a huge part of the farm.
Stressful.
Yes, it's stressful.
So stressful. So I didn't expect him to walk up to me and be like,
hey babe, Trudy's trapped in the barn and there's water gushing. Could you come over and have a little peek?
Yeah, no, it was nothing like that.
No, I yelled and proud of it. And I think the entire neighborhood heard me yell. And Trudy heard me yell.
Yes.
But it wasn't as bad as what it sounds on here. If you watch the video, you'll see that it's another day. Another day.
And then somebody says, Trudy didn't do that. There's hammer holes at the top of the door.
Oh, yeah, there's hammer holes at the top.
Yeah, because I had to beat it back open because it was completely caved in. And
listen,
she knocked the frame off of the house.
They call that the door jamb, I believe.
Yes.
The door jamb is built to hold your door from going here's your door, and the door jamb is built to hold it from going all the way through. And Trudy knocked it all the way through the door jamb. So we could not, and then in that process broke apart all the pipes, and the whole tank had fallen over. It was a mess, and there was water gushing. I don't even want to talk about it.
It
But
was
yes,
very-
Jamie had to fit herself inside and had to hammer the door back out because we couldn't push it back out. It wouldn't swing.
So something I learned though. So I didn't realize that metal metal front face doors actually have a wood slit that is in between them.
I think that's insulation.
It did have insulation in it. Well, I didn't realize that Trudy had that piece of wood somehow had come forward and the door had fallen even over. Like the jamb itself was
Listen,
bent.
I don't know
It
what
was
happened
bad.
inside that room, but I bet you hear. In my mind, I imagine she pushed her way in because it was a challenge. She was making some headway. She has the strength, and so she pushed herself in. But once she got in and she saw it was wet and there's water, and she turned her fat little self around, and she couldn't get back out because the door it only opened so far. That's why she was probably just making circles, going crazy, biting and chewing on everything. And then when I finally go and I have to push the door further in so she can come out, and she's all soaking wet, and then she wants to start grunting and grinding on me, so I'll feed her or dry her off. I don't know what she wanted. It was so you wonder why I screamed and says Jamie. I didn't scream at Jamie. I screamed for Jamie.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Oh, there's a big difference.
I don't think I've ever screamed at Jamie or at Jake, but I do scream for you guys a lot. But you know what? There's people that can see the love through that drama.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. As long as you can see that there's all love here, and there is. But hey,
we live to tell the story. We've got some plumbing stuff to continue to work on, and we'll get it fixed. But
you know, I was telling Daniel and Jason, Daniel Arms, and Jason Smith from what?
I'm reading comments. Go ahead.
No, I was just telling them last night that about the
texting.
incident while I was bathing. Jamie, really? I was telling them last night that it was hard to make a typical Lester video when I was so angry on the inside, because it did not feel right. Because I want to spread some joy and I want to spread some love.
You spread something with that video, I'll tell you that.
I was real happy that people were able to get a laugh, even though they felt bad for me. So I guess I pulled it off. I guess I somehow pulled it off, making a video, showing some love and compassion, even through the pain. And how many of you guys have to live that way? You have to show your kids or show your husband or show your wife or your parents, God, compassion and love, even though you just want to just, are you little? Okay, I'll stop.
This is probably admissible in court. I just want you to know.
I'm always afraid of that. Jamie, I have a question. At what
babe?
age does someone consider someone else a senior?
That's a rough question.
Okay.
But I'm gonna use a number that I think I'm right.
I can't wait to hear this and see it in the comments. At what age does someone consider themselves a senior? I see a bunch of 65s. Who put 50? Cecilia, take it back. I am 50. Take that back.
Hold on. I think doesn't AARP consider 55 a senior? Like 65 is where I was going to say. But I think AARP is 55. And I think you get the dang discount, the senior citizen discount at 55 at places.
I'm seeing a lot of numbers popping up on both screens. And I don't
AARP does say 55.
Listen, yes. I don't think anyone really knows, because there's very few numbers are consistent right there.
Oh, man.
There are very few numbers that are consistent. So I don't think we all really know officially what qualifies somebody as a senior.
There's a whole lot of 55, but I would say that there probably different locations around the world have different things to say about it too.
So yeah, maybe so. So no, listen, there really are. There are so many different numbers popping up on both screens. And so I don't really know. But the reason I bring this up is not because of my age, okay? It's because I got the sweetest letter. Can you hand me that letter? I've not opened it.
In the yellow or white?
The white with the little, and so I have not opened it.
I think I just showed somebody my backside.
Huh?
I think my skin just showed.
It's okay.
Probably at the end.
But I love it when I get a letter or a card from a senior. I also love when I get an email or a message. And man, I love when people share stories. I have told you, share stories with me, because it's not just me who reads the comments. there's other people who read comments as well. And so I got an email this week, and all I'm saying is she called herself a senior. And she said, Lester, she goes, I don't know how to access YouTube. I don't know if she uses, she never said what she uses. She says, and I'm afraid I'm missing things because she watches the live and she's afraid she's missing things. So I just felt horrible for her because I feel like even you and I, we're not seniors. We're not. But we are.
I'm definitely not.
In some ways challenged when it comes to technology.
Yes.
And especially as the technology advances so fast, we become further and further distance from what we can and can't do unless you stay up on top of, things that are changing. And so she emailed and she was really worried that she can't keep up with, and well, she doesn't know what's going on because she doesn't have access or cannot figure out access to YouTube. And so instead of me trying to explain to her how to access YouTube, I just explained to her, don't worry. I promise you that whatever comes out on YouTube will more than likely make itself to Facebook. I think we scared her last week.
Aww.
We scared her last week when we talked about Shark Week on YouTube. It's true. We have played double videos on YouTube this week every day, because there's been several things that Facebook has not allowed. Because, and I'm not going to sit here again and describe the differences between Facebook and YouTube, business page, normal, regular, person page. But what I will do, if anything big happens around the farm, I promise you, it's not going to be talked about on one platform, but not the other. I will find a way to, can I say dumb it down? I will find a way to dumb it down. No, I need to find a way to make it. I don't think
that's the right phrase.
Not desensitize. That's the perfect word. I will find a way. If there's any breaking news, instead of being panicked about not knowing what's going on because YouTube plays it, but Facebook does it, what I will take, if there's big news, I'll just make that same video and I will desensitize it. That's a great word. How did I come up with that? Because it's true, having a Facebook business page, you have to be very careful because they're very sensitive of what they're going to allow on a business page. And so that's why I've played so much on YouTube and not as much on Facebook. So I'm sorry for not just seniors, but anybody who struggles with watching either one of the platforms. YouTube, we normally play our videos first. And YouTube, we normally play longer videos, especially. Yeah. But I don't want anyone who's a Facebook-only person who knows how to access Facebook to feel like you're at a disadvantage, because you're not. The video will get to you. And if it is breaking news with something on the farm, then I will find a way. I will do that. I'll give you my word. I will desensitize that video. I will dummy it down enough to where the Facebook censors are saying, that's fine.
I don't think you should say dummy it down.
I'm not saying for you all.
I know that. I still think it's not making it simple. It's taking out the things that
might
real.
Be considered, well, let's be honest, real. Because there are things that Facebook does not allow that are real. I mean, we are a farm, and on the farm things happen. And especially, but that list has gotten so lengthy of the things that they will not allow. I'm not going to sit here and try to explain why because we've done that before. It is what it is. It's their rules. It is what it is. It's their platform. It's their rules. Hey, did we not learn that in politics last year? When you own the platform, you make the rules and you decide who and how people are going to use that platform. So we have to abide by rules, and we will do that. And so I will make sure that if you're not someone that knows how to use both platforms, don't worry. You don't have to worry. I will not let anything major happen without making sure everybody is informed, no matter how desensitized I have to make it.
There you go. There you have it.
That sounds funny.
It's true, though. So true.
While I'm on the part about the seniors, can I read this little card?
Yes, do it.
It feels like a card.
Okay.
And you know how you can always tell when there's a card, the size and shape and the way it feels. Now, I'm unfortunately, I couldn't tell from the house. She taped the heck out of this. Look, there are sheet
Let me
tape.
help you.
The heck.
Hold on, there's a corner.
I was hoping we could find a knife or a box cutter laying around. We open packages in here quite a bit. Ah, Jamie's gonna sneak out. Yep. Please don't cut yourself.
I won't.
Oh. I love when I get a letter or a card because many times you can see the handwriting and you can tell it's from someone that might be a senior. And I don't know that for a
Not
fact.
because it's sloppy. Let's clarify that, because there is a different school of handwriting in different generations. I don't even know if kids learn any cursive whatsoever nowadays, but they definitely like teach things differently. I'll say that.
Oh my God, Jamie, I may end up crying on this one here. I'm going to need help reading it. Finally, a thank you note that says how I really feel. Finally, a thank you note letting you know how I really feel. Now listen to me, y'all. The card itself, this is what the card says. And the font is so small. Grateful, happy, excited, elated, bewildered, amazed, loved, adored, cherished, supported, important. That's the first two lines. And it goes down the entire page of this card. And then she wrote a very lengthy letter. Is this a sticky note or did she tape this also?
I think she taped it.
Can you read that? Because that writing is small.
It says, first line on here is actually, it's a part of the stationery. It says, when the pasture becomes real boring, cows become creative, especially longhorns. That is a fact.
Wait, how did she get that? That is a fact. Mm-hmm. Read that again a little bit slower.
When the pasture becomes real boring, cows become creative, especially longhorns.
And that is why listen to me. I'm going to say this, and I think it's true. That's why so many people are afraid of this whole looking around for a longhorn luster, a 15, 20 acre pasture where we can move text.
Yeah. Because
they're afraid they're going to miss out on the excitement, the things that text, the creativeness that text finds to, I got a text video for y'all this week. Woo-wee! Do I have a text video? Let's not change the focus here, though.
All right.
But yes, the cows, especially longhorns, they can become very creative. Hold on. Isn't it neat, though, the way that Tex, Santana, Pearl, now Gracie is still fairly new. I don't know if we really know her personality yet.
No, we're learning.
But man, Santana and Pearl, and of course Tex, they all have these huge personalities. Yeah. And we've learned about those from having so much interaction with them. So go ahead and read that. But I love how it was titled there.
Dear Lester, what to say? You and your 5-star video skills literally gave me one of my life's best moments. I'm honored to have represented your legion of daily viewers, and it was quite by accident. You and Jamie are magnetic. And oh my gosh, I'm struggling to read it. But you're clever. And oh my gosh, you're teacher of the year, such hard workers, and have the most loving hearts. All of the babies are lucky. I've learned a lot, and I've been entertained to the tilt and needed all of that. Your families are so relatable. I have a grandson who's in school and about the age of Ellie and Xander. And our Gage and Sam are 26, like shirtless Jake, all bright and funny.
Hold on, she likes shirtless Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
And we would happily welcome a chance to give you and Jamie a change of pace here in little coastal Rockport, ground zero on Salt Lake.
I bet it's cold there right now. I bet it's freezing cold there.
And they have white pelicans, and Jamie, they act like Pablo, she says.
Oh, they follow them around, I guess.
Yeah.
White pelicans.
Yeah. And she also says she's praying daily for Suki. That's going to make me cry.
Uh-oh.
You have to finish.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
It's
I didn't know that. A huge shout out to her favorite, which is the naughty but nice Ringo. She says, do not change. Do not overdose. Do not overdose. What does that say right there?
Do not overdo blessings.
Oh, okay. Love and light from Linda. And she says, I am a fellow survivor. And so thank you for sharing a piece of your story. And thank you for those kind words. I love it, Jamie, when people because I know you feel the same way.
Sorry.
It's okay. And because I know you feel the same way because you also create videos.
Yeah.
And so whenever you spend your time, and now I've made it my profession, so I'm a little bit different because in a strange way, I work for you all now. I do. I work for you all, so I have to kind of listen to things and go from there. But it's fulfilling.
Very much so.
It is so fulfilling when you make a video and you know that there's somebody that gets a joy from it. Because like she said, she relates to so many things and she gets a laugh and she came across it accidentally.
Yeah.
How does someone accidentally come across your page and then they become, hooked? And so
I think that is the most like serendipitous. Is that the right word? Serendipitous.
I don't
things
know.
is whenever it's like happenstance. It wasn't something you were seeking or looking out for or searching for, and it came into your life.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping. Now, there are some that can. This is funny. While we're on the subject of happenstance, so certain videos, because of however the algorithms work on both Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
If the video is I'll just say popular, either for a good or a bad reason.
Yeah.
If the video is a popular video and it gets a lot of reactions, either in the likes, dislikes, shares, comments, in a short period of time, both Facebook and YouTube will automatically, they'll put that video out there because it's engagement.
Yeah.
And I guess it helps people, advertisers probably make, whatever, people want to get their product shown. So bottom line is this. We've had a couple of videos this week, especially the Lola and Petunia video, that had such reactions and so fast that Facebook and YouTube both promoted them to people that normally don't follow our page. They ran across our page. And it was one of those situations that we didn't make the video to be reached by new people. It was because of the reactions from you guys, the ones you all you all, my bosses. And
you got a lot of bosses.
I have a lot of bosses, and I have a lot of demanding bosses, and I have a lot of supportive bosses, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So, but the bottom line is the page was introduced to a lot of new people this week.
It was.
And a lot of those people don't understand Lester. They don't understand I'm a survivor.
No.
They don't understand the history of I'm a Survivor. They were brand new to a page that they knew nothing about. And so I saw, it was neat seeing the numbers, because that's always really encouraging, seeing how many people are liking and sharing and commenting on your videos. But because a lot of the names were new, they were new subscribers and new followers, they were very negative. There was a lot of negative. There was a lot of angry folks, and I totally understand that with what happened to the pigs and how it happened. And people that don't know you, and they don't know how much love you have for your animals, and all they see is that you left, or because of your negligence, and now 2 of the babies are no longer with you.
Yeah. Your
immediate reaction is just you want to lash out and say things, and through a computer it's very, very, very easy. But I appreciate those who supported us through this. I say this week because we made it public this week, but we've dealt with both of the girls for, I guess it's been over 2 weeks now, 2 weeks from yesterday, actually. And so we've already processed and everything that, that you do when you lose someone that you care about. In this case, 2 babies that you care about. And so just know that this week, and especially in the upcoming weeks, there will be a lot of little videos that will feature both of the little girls, because we went back into our phones and found a lot of videos, many you've never seen, some little snippets of things here and there that were never enough to make a full video out of. But they were cute moments with that little tail, that, Lola and that tail. My God, that little tail could wag so fast, and she was always so happy. But there'll be some videos come out where you'll see snippets of the girls. So I don't mean to confuse anybody by that, but I think that these moments are too special just to be erased or to go forever onto my phone. So I want to share them, but I don't, it's hard to share them whenever that baby is no longer with you, because you don't want to bring up, memories, and you don't want to bring up hurt, feelings and stuff. But just know that I know that the videos are ones that I would have shared probably at some point, but now that they're no longer with us, I feel like I need to share. Yeah. And that's, I don't know how to say it any better than that.
It's in memory of them. Like it's a memorial. It's a, like, just because they're no longer here with us physically, the time that they spent with us leaves a mark and an impact. And each one of them is unique and special and has an incredible personality. And they've all left us with lessons to move forward with, as well as we continue to care for other animals and just continue on this journey. And, you just, you want to remember.
And we were digging through our phones and just finding so many cute videos. So just be prepared for some videos this week. Also, I think probably one of the biggest videos upcoming will be the one that you made yesterday. Oh my God. Jamie took my boss's advice. See, I went over and I played with Elfie, and a lot of my bosses says, hey, that goat needs a playmate. And then my bosses also says, you need to get Chip. I mean, you guys were very direct.
Oh, yeah.
Take Chip over there to play with Elfie. So Jamie had some time yesterday. It was Saturday. And she got out and she got Chippy, our little Chip, he's a neutered male. And she walked him over. I didn't see the video yet.
It's not all the way done yet. No, it'll be done for tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
And so Elfie had a playmate. Jamie came back and showed me her phone, some of the highlights, and Elfie had the time of his life.
Elfie was all in. That's what I'll say. He was completely engrossed in that event.
Of course, this week you'll have videos about text. I told you a little while ago I couldn't control my excitement. Yeah, text. There's a text video, and you know what to expect from text. Yeah, if you like that kind of stuff.
Let's just say that I was in the middle of getting dressed this morning and my phone rang. Come help me with text.
Oh,
hurry.
yeah.
Click. And I'm like, oh, Jamie. My God. Run outside.
I had no one here to help me. It's Sunday and there was no one here. Everyone went to church. And so there's no one around. The whole Marble Hill is except
Thank
for
God
us.
There was no one around, because I was half dressed and running out to go chase the bull. Yeah.
And so I had to call Jamie to come help me. So yeah, that video will come out this week. There's always something about Carl and the ladies. Always Carl and the ladies. Mm-hmm. Pablo will be in every video. You can never not see a video where Pablo doesn't make an appearance.
When Cornholio was that way. Cornholio was in every single video in the beginning. And he sort of found his people out in friendship. So he stopped doing that all the time. But Pablo, I don't know how sometimes. Pablo is like a ninja. He can be in Jake's video and Lester's and mine, and we were all recording at the same time, but he makes sure that he is a part of everything.
So, and of course, there's always videos of the littles. I mean, and even if there's not focused on them, they're always around, trust me. And then last but not least, I'm so excited and I'm a little bit embarrassed, and you can be both, because I feel that way. Jamie and I did an actual gift and goodies. We had not done one in a while. Yeah. And there was a reason why we did it. Jamie and I we found a hiding place where we can kind of stash stuff until we can get around to it. And I just so happened to see this one package that said Lester. It didn't say I'm a survivor. It said Lester. So I went ahead and dug it out from Jamie's little hiding spot. And I opened it, and it was Christmas stuff. Whoopsie. It was things for all of the family for Christmas. And I says, Jamie, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous when we have been putting things off, and there's things from Christmas, which is almost a month ago.
Yeah, we're terrible.
That have not been opened. So, of course, in the video, I have to spend about 3 minutes giving you an explanation of why we're so far behind. But we do. We spend some time and we open every single gift and goodie over there. And we made that video. It will play on Facebook this afternoon at 6. And it will come up on YouTube later in the week. It's one of those that Facebook never, ever, ever gives me a hard time about. They're completely fine. When I title gift and goodies, they're good.
You think it's because I'm in it with you?
Oh,
and
yeah.
that you're not saying anything inappropriate?
Maybe so. Maybe so. But we do apologize. If you've sent something over here and haven't seen it in the video, we've been bad. I don't want to say lazy, because we never take days off. We never take days off. But we have both been sick. There's a lot going on with the family. And I'm looking for excuses. I'm going to stop doing that.
I was going to say, like, it doesn't matter what we say. I mean, we have life going on. Everybody has life going on. But our promise is we will not let it happen again. And we're sorry.
We're going to stay on top of it. So we apologize. And especially for the lady who sent all of the Christmas stuff. And she sent stuff for everybody. She found something for the entire hill over here. And it was so, it makes me feel hurt that we didn't acknowledge that in some form or fashion. I'm not always able to read every name.
No, we're not.
No, but
we are thankful. We try to make sure that everyone knows that we're thankful, and that if you send gifts, we try really hard to do it on one of our lives.
Or one of the lives. Yeah. But think about it. Even the lives, we've talked about Sookie.
Yeah.
And so when you're talking about your lost dog and you have those emotions, you can't just code switch and grab a couple of packages and open them. No. You can't read a couple of letters, and share joy when you have such hurt.
Yeah.
And then of course we have, the Pablo and Lola. And so you understand why life happens, and it's where gifting goodies or we feel blessed, but there's a couple of things that are on our hearts and in our minds that don't really allow us to do a gifting goodie video.
Right.
But
we did it this weekend.
We did it.
The stack was out of control, and I was like, "That's it. You can't load the side by side up with anything because it was just out of control."
It'll use it in my video, but it's funny because we used the side by side as like our table, and we opened all of those packages first, and then we'd walk back and grab packages from behind. Listen, where she found to hide them behind the rolls of hay. In my hay barn.
I like how you just say she learned to hide them.
I would have never put stuff back there. I'll sometimes stack things on the porch. If you've ever seen our front porch and you see boxes, that's probably me. And that's so I can get to them, Jamie hides them in the hay barn. Who hides packages in the hay barn? Jamie. But
I can't believe I'm getting blamed for this now.
I'm sorry. I am not trying to be mean. But we got them all opened up. And we will have that video for y'all. Jamie, we're at an hour. We are at an hour, and I really am about out of things to say.
Well,
and I know for sure that I'm out of Dr. Pepper.
We also have to bring Lex home.
And today is Sunday, so we have to take Lex on a little hour drive. I want to say again, I have not made the video yet, but I'm going to. I don't know how I'm going to make it. But, this is going to be awesome. And I can't wait. So thank you so much for those. And thank you all for allowing us into your homes and your phones and into your hearts. And for all of you new folks, and I know there's a few of you and who are just now getting to know Jamie and I, and you'll hopefully meet the whole crew at some point. There is my son, who's known as Flip Flop Farmer. His name is Ellie. He goes by his initials. He's named after me. And then there is Shirtless Jake. That's my nephew. He actually lives here in this house. We're in his home in one of his rooms that we've made into a little impromptu studio.
Yeah.
All right.
And we have your niece, Brianne, and she's life on Morrow Hill. We have your dad, who's hanging with Pawpaw.
Uh-huh.
And then we have your sister Kim.
Man, y'all have been
catching up with Kim.
Y'all have been so good to Kim. I do not think that any page has grown as fast as Sister Kim's.
Yeah,
was it last weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it was last Sunday when we said she's finally done it. Sister Kim.
People have been waiting forever for Sister Kim.
Sister Kim has finally made herself a YouTube channel. And now in reality, she's been working on it for about a month. She's shooting a few videos, uploading some stuff, but she finally published it, which made it official last Sunday. And if her page hasn't taken off, and I'm so proud of her, I'm seeing a trend in Sister Kim's videos. You want to know what it is?
Go ahead.
So first of all, Kim is known for, I think, 3 big things. These are, I'm sure my sister is known for a lot more. And those that watch her channel will learn to love her for so many various reasons. But the 3 big things that I knew would make Kim, would draw people in, is she's the mom to 3 boys, one of which, her youngest, his name is Levi, and he's autistic. And now he's 26. He's 26 years old. And of course, he'll live with mom forever. And it's Kim was a single mom. And so I even told her, I says, name your channel Life with Levi. Yeah. But Kim and her team, which is Jamie, said no.
No, we did not.
Yeah, no, but there was more to Kim than just Levi.
Yes.
There was a lot more to Kim that she was hoping to showcase than just Levi. And so Kim, my sister, number 2, she's very crafty. As a matter of fact, Jake's house, if you've ever seen Jake's house, and I know if you've watched his videos, his lives from Thursday where he cooks, Kim built this, y'all. Kim built this house.
Yeah.
Kim, sister Kim, built this. And so this is a large project, but Kim has also done small projects. Kim cannot stop from doing projects, no matter what. So here's how bad Sister Kim is about projects. I love her. She's my sister, so I love her, of course. I have to. But I don't always like her. And here's why. Because Sister Kim is older than I am. And so even though she has these ideas for these projects, she can't always do things on her own. So guess who gets called a lot whenever she has a project that's too big for her? She has the vision. She has the know-how, but she doesn't have, I'm sorry, I had to do that. She doesn't have the muscles. She doesn't have the strength to do some of these jobs. What's wrong with you? Anyway, so Kim calls Uncle Dan, my brother. She calls me. She calls Jake. So Sister Kim is very crafty. And so a lot of folks who are equally crafty can enjoy Kim for the craft that she's up to. She helps everybody around here with any craft or even big job that they have going on. I held up 3 fingers and now I've gone.
Kim also has some amazing decorating skills. Lester likes to ask Kim for a lot of opinions on what should go.
She has animals.
And she also has animals.
Man, I don't know how I forgot.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. Kim has animals. Go ahead. Now, what were you saying?
No, it's okay. I was going to say it. Kim has great decorating skills, and she's just very creative all around. But she does have animals, and they're adorable. She has a little tiny female goat that is like the cutest.
She has a little sheep, a little ram.
Yeah.
Sam the ram. And so Kim has a love of animals like we all do. And so I knew that her page would be big. Now, I am going to say this. I'm not trying to discount or take anything away from Kim, but Kim is new at video creating. Okay, you want to talk about this?
You know, so I've talked about it on my live as well. It is really intimidating to put yourself out there, whether it's in a video or a live, or even just showing the vulnerable pieces of yourself. It took me a year to be able to finally build up the courage to be in one of Lester's videos, let alone another 2 years to be able to make my own. So when you're starting out, you're really nervous and you're just so unsure of yourself. And what I talk about with Kim a lot is that you get to learn what people like, but never be afraid. Don't sway from who you are. You know, like don't try to be something you're not, because that's not what this is about. And no one matters except for you in your day to day. So, you know, like if you get a lot of hate, you get a lot of things like that, it can be really discouraging and you may not want to continue with it. So I guess what Lester's trying to say is, just like we all started out doing some of this, not everyone is really great with doing all the things that they do with a video camera in hand.
Yeah, so you're going more on the difficulties of how hard it is to get in front of, well, there's a total of about 6,000 people. Most people, I could not get in front of 6,000 people in an auditorium and talk for an hour and 13 minutes. There's no way. There is no way in the world. And so here we are in front of 6,000 people total, and we're just talking away. And so when you think of it that way, and you realize that there's 6,000 people, and sometimes more than that, you know, who are watching you, it's very, very difficult, because everything that you do, you feel like you're being evaluated and judged. And, you know, if you're gaining weight, if you're losing weight, if you have a pimple, for Christ's sake, or if your hat's on crooked, or if you're blurry, or whatever else is going on, you know. And so secondly, it's hard to overcome that when you're not someone familiar with. So Jamie's been going now for over a year. I've been going now for a long time.
Yeah.
And so it gets easier. But also the second part of that is holding that video camera and having it accessible and available and ready.
Yeah.
Because, you know, some of the best videos are the ones that happen quick and the ones that you don't expect. And then you have to always remember that all of us here on Morrow Hill as creators are different than each other. So what you see in a Lester video, you might see in a Daniel Arms video. That was a jab. I'm kidding. What you see in a Lester video, you will not see in a Jamie video, and vice versa. We each have our own unique personalities, and that's how we try to that's why I think it's so neat the way you see people gravitate towards certain pages. Now, you may have found, you know, us through I'm a Survivor, but now there are, I don't want to call them like a cult, but it's kind of a cultish following of different people, because listen, my bosses will fight for these people. If you ever say anything against Pawpaw, you're going to have a lot of people send you some really nasty emails. Okay. But I'm okay with that, because I couldn't be happier that my dad has found a group that, and who's able to appreciate what he does and how he does it and the way he does it. And so how neat to be able to share that and share that in a way. I'm sharing my dad with the world. 6,000 people here, but I'm sharing my dad with people. And that's awesome that you're able to see some of those things that I've seen growing up and stuff. And now I'm sharing my sister Kim. This sounds horrible. I'm just sharing all my family with everyone. Y'all share Jamie, I share Jake, I share Ellie. I share. If you want them, here they are. Come and get them. No, but it's really powerful. But you do have to know that whichever channel you watch is going to be different from the other. And the younger generation, especially Jake, he's very high tech. He knows, he's techie. So you may see some of the neatest things as far as the technology part from a Jake video.
Yeah. You won't be seeing that here.
You won't be seeing that, you know. But my videos, and then I don't mind, I can evaluate myself. I think that I'm more of a beginning, middle, and end. I like a big climactic moment. I'm a teacher, guys. I'm a language arts teacher by that's just what I've done for 25 years, Jamie. That was what I did. I taught literature. And so think about it. So when you do that, you teach this linear plot where you have your beginning, you have this big climactic moment, then you have an ending. So I tell my videos in story mode. I do. I create stories. And that's what you see from a Lester video. And can I evaluate your videos?
Go ahead.
So what I see when I watch a Jamie video is a video of a lot of knowledge, someone that's figuring things out. And if you don't know, then you find the answers, and you're a fixer. You've always been a fixer. So what you do is you find things and you fix them. Not only me, she's fixed. Okay, she works hard on me, but I'm still a work in progress. But she fixes things, and she fixes problems. She fixes animals that are sick or that are struggling. And so I love Jamie's video. She's a fixer, and she has a soft spot for feathered babies. I mean, I'm just going to say it. She has a soft spot for feathered babies. Jake is like a guy running around half naked with his hair on fire. Jake is like watching a guy run around half naked with his hair on fire.
Time out. You've watched?
I watched Jake's videos.
That's not what I meant, but carry on.
No, that's what it reminds me of, though. So Jake's videos are bam, 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 hit, 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 hit. Lots of laughter. And I think that Jake, that's his gift to the world. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like Jake's has a gift for the world, and it's in his laughter. Okay. And so I think Jake's okay with me saying that. I don't think that Jake would be upset with me saying that.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we talked about Kim, Pawpaw, Bree, my niece, Bree. She has kind of created a page she's created Life on Morrow Hill, where she takes a look at all of the things going on around her. We've talked about this. She lives in the very center of the hill, right there, dead center. And from her front or back porch, she can see everything. And so she does. She's like that creepy stalker that just kind of always watching for something. And when she can catch something on video,
she owns it though. Don't think we're not judging her. She knows. She will call it out.
She will, and she's really good. She's very, very charismatic, and she's very well spoken, and she's funny, and she talks with an accent. Oh man, if you want to laugh, I mean, I know I can turn on my accent. I can also turn it off if I need to. Jamie is slowly picking up this little Texas thing, and I'm trying to tell her, don't do it. You're going to be sorry. It'll get stuck.
Okay, so yesterday I have to tell one story.
Oh no,
because we were supposed to leave 10 minutes ago, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Lester
Jamie just keeps rambling on.
Lester's voice texting, and he says something like about the word bill. Okay. And the voice text says Beal, B-E-A-L instead of B-I-L-L. And now his phone only hears that. So every time he talks about Bill or Hill or Will.
No, and if I say cow, it always spells
it has an L.
Yes, it's C-A-L, like California cow. I don't know why, but if I say cow and I'm voice texting, so I know it's something that is, you can't change it. You can't just always even though I said a while ago, I can just turn it on and off. Some things you can't always turn on and off. Okay. But
say the word bed.
Bed. What? I don't stop. Now you're sitting right here in front of, I'm trying to count 6,000 people, Jamie, and you're making fun of my speech.
Because your word bed has 2 syllables and it's bed. Like it's bed. What?
It's a bed. I don't get it. Pot. It's hot.
That's okay. It's bed.
Those are okay, but bed. Okay.
Now say Bill.
Bill. I don't get it. Stop it. Okay, we really are done. You want to end the video, you start making fun of me. And we're done here. We are done here. It's been a pleasure. Thank y'all. End this video for us. Come on.
Thank y'all for loving us, for praying for us, for loving our babies, and for supporting us through all of the ups and downs that life has given us. Thank you again for joining us on Sunday, allowing us into your homes and phones. And we hope that you'll enjoy this afternoon's gift and goodies. And I will see you on Tuesday for Timeout Tuesday.
All right.
All right. Guys. Bye, y'all.
You get that one? End stream. I think we